Hey everyone, Pablo here and welcome to a new video. Today I am happy to have Jake again here in the channel. Thank you so much for coming again. Last time we had a blast doing the pseudo podcast and today we've got a bit of a different idea. So, what we're doing in this video is we're taking the 20 most popular videos in our channels and we're going to discuss them and rank them as much as we can. Yeah, 20 videos is a lot. It's a lot of videos.
A lot.
Shut up, Jake. So you'll see jumps here and there, but you'll get to see where we rank them. The thing that I'm just realizing now is that I took the thumbnails, but it'll be like a trivia, like a channel trivia, because let's see if we remember the actual titles of the videos.
I think I'll be able to, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's your channel after all.
I should be able to. Some of these I don't really remember making, sort of like Stephen King writing Cujo, you know.
It's like a days. Some of them I think I'm pretty sure I've watched all of them, but I might not remember every detail.
If you have, you get a special kind of award, I think. That's
No.
endurance.
No, man. I honestly enjoy them so much.
Feels like I'm on trial, you know, trying to see the crimes I've committed and answer for them. Well, you know, at least it's not like my least viewed videos or something like that, or my earliest videos.
That you know what? That's another concept that we could try, but maybe next time.
No, we don't have to try that. No, we don't need to venture there. Just never look at those videos ever again. I feel like everyone has that with their YouTube channel, you know?
Yeah.
Even if your videos are perfectly fine, you know, the person who makes them is like, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever made. In my case, it's true. So
I think that with my most viewed videos, and even like when I was going through them, so one, this is a really good exercise of, it's a humbling exercise because I'm comparing your views with my views, and it's like you should not compare. So that's one. And then two, it's really hard seeing yourself, like when you're editing and everything is fine, but then when you like go away from it and go back. Have you watched a video from a year ago? Like, it's a weird sensation.
I can watch some of the skits because they're short and I like remember them fondly making them. But any video where I'm talking for over like 2 minutes, I can't. I just can't. I can't deal with my own voice, my own face. But yeah,
same thing here.
I mean, once I make a video, it's just like I don't really think about it because you're thinking about what new stupid skit idea to come up with.
First, we've got, I think that was the Kaladin, but it's a 90s sitcom. I'm pretty sure it's that one.
Classic, yeah.
That one is a classic. And that one, that's the whole series of something, but it's a 90s sitcom. It's probably my favorite segment in your channel. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was so. I mean, that was kind of like a big moment for me in the channel because that was the first time I got a green screen and used a green screen, and so. It was very fun to make because I'd never experimented with a green screen or anything like that. It was just a challenge, you know, and I like videos where I'm like doing something a little different. Editing just me talking is the most annoying thing in the world. So this one was like, and once I did this, I was like, oh my God, I can do a lot of really weird stuff.
World of opportunities open, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I think that one belongs in the S tier, and that's just my opinion because it's my favorite segment. But unless you've got a solid argument, I'm going to put it in S tier.
This is very self-indulgent. I will admit that. I feel very strange, you know, being like, wow, yes, that's a very excellent video that I made. But you know, it's yeah, I'll go with your word on that.
Yeah, sometimes we need to ravel in our self-indulgence. Indulgence. Yeah. Later we'll do mine, and that'll balance it out.
Sometimes you just gotta stroke the ego and
exactly. You know. Next up, we've got the interview with Daniel about the breach of peace. That was that was.
Donald.
I mean, obviously, I'm very jealous.
I had a fun time. It was really
Mm,
that was my first interview ever. So it was
that's
kind
quite a
of
first interview.
I mean, it was kind of nerve wracking, but it was very interesting. And,
Mm,
I always have a good time talking to Daniel just in general. So it was very fun.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't, um, I mean,
Should we say D? No, I'm kidding. Should we say
yeah,
A? I'm gonna put it in A.
yeah, I mean, I don't really have any other interviews. I want to do more interviews. I'm very, I don't know, I get very nervous about asking to do interviews with people or stuff.
Right.
And it's a very like pressureful sort of thing. This
Yeah.
wasn't, but I feel like if I were to ask other people to do interviews, I'd just be very awkward.
Mm. It's
So,
always there's always that measure of sort of do I even try asking someone like when you want to collaborate with anyone and it's like do I even bother? Do they know me? Do you think that you get into this sort of
you would be really surprised at the generosity of, people who like make YouTube videos or creators or writers or whatever. They're in their own, they're not like looking down on everyone else,
hmm,
like, oh, less subscribers, what's the,
yeah.
they're in pretty much, the same boat, just trying to make videos and get them done. And like when you reach out to people, you'd be surprised, I think,
Yeah,
at
yeah. I think it's more of the breaking that barrier of that self sort of like when you first do a YouTube video, like that first video you upload, it's sort of like breaking that sense of cringe and oh what people will think about it. It's embarrassing. Did you just do it? And
Yep.
next up we've got what is this? Oh, the review of Eye of the World. I think that your reviews are very underrated, and people. I know you play it in a bit
One
of a
way to put
meme.
it.
You put it in a bit of a meme, and it's like you are the meme boy. Where's my meme, please? I don't want a review. Where's my meme? But I think your review actually when like the first videos that I watched of you back a year ago, yeah, almost a year ago. Wow, um, it was more about the reviews. I think one of the first videos that I watched of you was the Sanderson style of writing, and the one about June, I think. So like purely, I'm talking pre skit, pre
Very serious, no
explosion.
jokes. Yeah.
Mm,
Look
yeah.
how far I have fallen. Now I'm posting
No.
like 16-second videos. Like I'm just like, here, just take it. Takes me 10
No,
minutes to make.
it's a good evolution, but I think
I think
it's just
honestly, like with those more, I mean, with the book reviews, I love doing book reviews and talking, but you have to like, they just don't get as many views. They just don't,
yeah.
especially because I read very like eclectically. I don't, so when I do like a book review, it's kind of, it has to be a good reason behind it. And I think, Eye of the World, that was one that's, a few people were interested to see like what I would
Hmm.
feel about it. So I had a lot of fun reviewing that book, especially,
Yeah.
and reading that book. It was a big surprise.
I'm going to put it on S tier just because, well, it's because it's Eye of the World and I like Eye of the World.
Oh, I
And
wouldn't put it up there, but I mean, I guess you can.
yeah, yeah.
You're
So
the
this
boss.
one, this one worth it. Oh, I think it's like a 2 or 3 second video, and it's
Yeah.
just
So
you saying yes.
I used to make genuine, sincere, videos discussing, writing technique, all that stuff. This was just 3 seconds, me saying yes. This belongs in D tier. I don't care what you say.
Oh
Um,
my god. You know what? I'm gonna put it in D tier because it being bad makes it so good.
we need a floor, and that is a
it
floor.
it's high concept though. Like, how did you come up with this? Like, did you say okay? It's gonna be a 2 second video of me just saying yes.
Well, you have, I don't know. I have way worse ideas that are just as way more dumb that you don't think about. You're like, oh, that'd be hilarious
You
to
know what?
me.
I want to know. I want to know. Please tell me one of the discarded ideas. I need to know this.
It just, it may not, it may come to fruition someday because they live in your head and you're just like, oh, that'd be so dumb. I
Right.
think it'd be funny. It'd be dumb though. But then you just become so desperate. You're like, have no idea what to do. You have to go to work in a couple
Scraping the
hours. You're like,
barrel.
ah,
Yeah.
this will work. This will do. People, they can just deal with it.
Yeah.
And luckily people know the channel well enough to know that I'm a
It's
shit
canon.
poster, so they
Yeah.
didn't like dislike it into infinity, so that worked out. This,
um.
I think it's the first
Oh yes.
Brandon Sanderson interrupts Zoom video.
Yeah. You've got a second one there in your top 20. I like
there's
those one.
three there's three of those in here. We can't have,
Three.
there's
One.
three, I
Two.
see
Oh my
three.
god. Yeah. I'm not. I didn't do this. Like this is the 20 most viewed ones. Like this is your audience.
Oh my goodness. Well, I feel like those three Zoom videos
Belong
are,
in one.
they belong together. Yeah. So I think we should
Yeah.
rank them all at the same time. They're
But it's
so
perhaps
dumb.
not.
I just take interviews. See, instead of actually trying to interview writers, I just pretend to interview them just so that I can manipulate their audio to make them sound ridiculous. So
It's good. Some of them you fit very well into like how to play onto what they're saying. And I feel like every time that George Martin is like, he's very sassy with his interviews, and
yeah.
it really plays onto right. It's gonna be a B. I think a B. It
Or all
deserves a
three
B.
of them. I will say Brandon Sanderson's Twitter retweeted one of them, which was like,
Oh
that was,
yes, you know what? Which one was that? The
I don't
the
know.
the
I
one.
can't tell.
I think it's the one with Patrick Rothfuss. That deserves a bump to the A just because
Okay.
Sanderson knows of it. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that he's a good spirit about me making him sound like
You know what?
deranged. It's
Let me
so,
just stop. Let me just have a minute. How does it feel that Brandon Sanderson knows of your existence and knows that
it
you make these
feels,
videos?
it feels sad. I feel embarrassed, but you know, it's cool too. I mean,
I would lose my shit, man.
I think I would be flattered if somebody were taking my interviews and lectures and making it. I mean, what's so fun about doing Brandon Sanderson's, like clipping him out of context, because
Mm,
he is such a nice person. He's like the
yeah,
sweetest human. He was like
yeah.
never gets angry or frustrated or annoyed.
There's literally
But
not an ounce of evil in that
the problem
human being.
is he has so much video of himself, so many lectures and interviews that you can find anything
There's
of
material
him,
there.
just like, most of the time I'll have a clip of him being like, and then the character says, "You suck, get out of here," and I'm like, there it is.
So do you work from the videos and then fit your dialogue, or oh, pardon me, vice versa?
No, I work from the videos. I usually don't even
Mm.
have any idea what it'll be about.
Uh,
I try to find stuff out of context and then I work my own dialogue in to make it work.
cool, cool, cool. Your most viewed one is the one with Stephen King, I think, the Why He Hates the Wheel of Time. Um, that has like 110,000 views or something, and it deserves them. Like it's very funny. And actually, let's just rank that one. I think those two need to be in S tier, just because of the
I don't know.
just
I feel like I feel like the Dune one is pretty good. The Stephen King, it's got to go down. I mean,
all right. Where would you put it? A, B,
uh I would put it in C.
C? Right, but why exactly?
Well, it wasn't a particularly tough video to make. It was just something that was like something I saw in an interview a long time ago or lecture or whatever,
Or
where
in
he
the back of
mentioned
your
it, and
head,
it always
and
stuck in my head. And I was like, why? I haven't heard anybody else talk about it. I was doing research, why is this? So I was like, huh, this is interesting. I'll just mention it and talk a little bit about it.
mm-hmm.
But I had no idea. I have no clue why it just got a lot of views and
Yeah,
people are really debating in the comments. I mean, every day I'm getting notifications from YouTube of people going, Stephen King is the worst writer ever. Robert Jordan is the worst writer ever. So it's like constantly I'm getting these notifications that's just like, okay, this is not the point I was trying to make, you know,
Mm,
but there are a lot of people who hate Stephen King, a lot of people who hate Robert Jordan, and they just have at it. So,
yeah. I
um,
mean, in the end, you've got views. You get interactions from the video.
in the end, I'm a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
Um,
counts.
but I was gonna say, this is very interesting. Is it normally that you get like, is there a big disconnect from what you think is going to perform well and what really does perform well? Because I've
Always.
found this, and I'm always thinking, like lately, I think I'm just going to put it out. I'm not going to think.
Yeah, you can't predict it at all. It's really wild. And yeah, you're right. You just have to put out what you believe in, what you like. And
Yeah.
you know, it really is, and this is kind of sad, but it's super true that the more I make videos, the more I realize that it doesn't even have to be a good video, but it's all about the thumbnail and the title.
Mm,
And well, the subject too, but that's part of the title. But
yeah.
like that's such a big part of it. I never even realized, you know, early on that it is. I spend more time on thumbnails now than I used to because it can make or break a video. It could be a good video, but you just have the wrong type of thumbnail or you're using the wrong words in the title.
Yeah.
That's everything. I mean,
Yeah. So next we've got, oh, there. Is this the Forbidden Order for, what is this one?
that looks like the Forbidden Cosmere reading order.
You know what? I'm not even I'm there. First one of the list. I'm not even arguing about this because this one and the one about how to read the Chronicles of Narnia, I think it was, cackling. I was laughing so much that
Oh,
no
well,
argument.
thanks.
No argument. There he goes.
I won't argue with that. Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun to
Yeah.
make because I just get drunk and talking to the camera. So
Next, we've got. I think this one was about the if Netflix was about to do a Sanderson show or something like that. But
yeah,
you did. It's
yeah.
a collab with Daniel. I like your collab. I like the one that is on Daniel's channel about the. It was like a newscast thing about the Cosmere, right?
Osmere, yeah, and then we did a Lord of the Rings one.
Yeah.
I like doing collabs with other people. Plug for our collab, which is probably gonna already be out when this posts, I
Yeah,
imagine.
very likely. But go and watch it again. It'll be
I
fun.
haven't finished editing it, but it's amazing. Trust me. This one with Daniel was cool. I liked dressing up like Brandon Sanderson, and I sound like a crazy stalker or something. um, but that one was pretty fun. And Daniel is so funny because
I'm
you know
gonna.
we'd write a script together, and then
Yeah.
he adds so much, and every take he sends me, you know, 5 different takes of every line, and it's like he's doing something wildly different in every take, and it's like a different accent in every take. I'm like,
Then we've got. I think this is the review of Breach of Peace. That was a funny one because what I think you titled it Breach of Peace by Donald Glover or something like that.
something like that. Yeah, yeah, that was one. I don't know about you. You reviewed Breach of Peace, right?
I
Yeah,
reviewed it, yeah.
yeah. I saw your review. It was very good and very professional. And this was the opposite. I think because I had Daniel on the channel and stuff, I was like, should I do like a I was like, what kind of review should I do? And I
Mm,
thought, oh, I don't know. I just kind of want to do something that's makes
funny
no
and sort of
sense.
like a
And
sketch, yeah.
yeah,
It makes
so
sense because you had the interview with him as well that could be more serious perhaps and then have that balance, I
that's kind
guess.
of what I thought. But I
Mm,
didn't tell him about it. So I I was very happy when he saw it and liked it.
mm.
Um, because I wasn't sure, I really loved Breach of Peace for the record.
Oh no, it is a great book, yeah. It's a very
But
solid, like, I'm like, damn, like, how you are one of the biggest booktubers of the platform and also can write like this, like, props, mad props.
well, yeah, and he really, I think what people really love is that he took the process very seriously. He wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just trying to cash in on anything.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to put out a really quality product for that people would like, and
Yeah.
went through the process, you know, in the right way, and just did it very well. And so um, yeah, it's mad
Yeah.
props to him, as they say.
Honestly, yeah.
I am the poorest judge of my own work, so why don't
I'll,
you?
I'll put it in S tier. I'll put it in S tier. Because I think it's just again. Oh yeah, no, I have to follow my own rules. It is a review, so I need to put it in SD. And we've got the last one here. Um, oh, this book is gonna. I think that was
That's the
gonna
Way of
something.
Kings review. Yeah, the Way of
Yeah.
Kings review. That one is very old. I think it was the second video I made or something like that, and
Mm.
um, I hate it because I had the microphone backwards, so the audio is total garbage. But um, yeah, and I was like, I don't know, early on in your videos, you aren't really as authentic, or you're
Mm.
kind of putting on a posture, and
Right.
at least in my experience, I definitely was, because you feel insecure in front of the camera, so you're
Yeah.
trying to act a certain way. So I definitely, one day I'm going to reread Way of Kings and do a different
Another
review.
review. Yeah.
Um,
We'll put it then in C. Foundational. Foundational.
Foundational.
Yes.
These are a lot of
Right.
videos. This was a
This
lot.
this is your 20 most viewed videos. Perhaps I should have done maybe 15 and not 20.
Well, it's interesting to look at them all together like this, but
Hmm. I think it's just interesting to see like how some of the most viewed ones are really old ones and how like the evolution of your videos, if that makes sense.
I think it's interesting to see, what does well, what doesn't, and
Mm.
what kind of the thought process is when you make videos. Sometimes you make a video because you think, oh, this is going to get good views, and
Yeah.
you aren't really that interested in it. Sometimes you make a video because you're like, I don't care. I just need to make something really
Yeah.
stupid.
Put it out. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
See, the problem is that I have way too much fun talking to you. So it just gets bloated, and it's, turns into a pseudo podcast.
Yeah, I'll cut it. What I think I'll probably do is I'll divide it into, and I'll compact and do like a polished version of your videos, and then I'll do mine, and I'll do 2 videos, and then that way I've got more content. Thank you, past self. I think that sounds very reasonable. Otherwise, this video would be way too long, and I fully reciprocate what Jake was saying. I have so much fun. It's like talking to a friend, and it can be 3-4 hours. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the man himself. I mean, come on, we probably are. But I'll see you in the next one.